right. It looks like we're here. J.C. Latham is a Tennessee Titan, for better or for worse. That's where we're at right now. Yeah, heart definitely sank a little bit watching Marvin Harrison Jr., Joe Alt, and Malik Neighbors all get taken in the 3 picks before ours, because I wanted all of them a lot. I wasn't really expecting Marvin to be realistic, but certainly thought Alt and Neighbors could have been possible. And then seeing them both go back to back right before our pick was pretty brutal. Just think if we had just lost to Jacksonville and if Easton Stick could have just gotten it done against Kansas City's backups, we would have had our pick of both. But unfortunately, that's just not how the cookie crumbles, and this is where we're at. I do not like J.C. Latham as a prospect very much. I hope I'm wrong. Bill Callahan knows way more about offensive linemen than I could ever hope to forget, and I trust him. I trust that he has a plan, and I sure hope it's a good one. But, yeah, I'm certainly disappointed. This was worst case scenario for me. I don't know if J.C. Latham can stick at tackle in the NFL. I don't know that he has the movement skills. I don't know that he has the foot speed. He's got a great anchor. He's like, there's a lot to his game. I'm not saying he's going to fail. And especially like if in the instance that he was moved to right guard, I do think he'd be fantastic. The problem is I don't want to take a guard 7th overall. I want a tackle. I want somebody who's going to protect the blind side, which is another thing. Latham is a right tackle. You're hoping he can move to left if you want to put him there. But Will Levis needed a left tackle. Pocket presence, pocket awareness is not his strength, and protecting his blind side is much more important than protecting the right side. And now we still have a gaping hole at left tackle, assuming Latham can't move there, which I read a report like a month ago or so that he can. Maybe that was the Titans leaking that news. Will Levis going down once again due to not having Joe Alt there. I made a drink because, of course I did. I poured a little heavy, but I'll just have the one tonight. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to drink my sorrows away. It was just, I usually drink on the draft anyways. The Vikings did trade up to number 10, though it looks like J.J. McCarthy's probably going to be the pick, which is interesting. I wonder why they felt the need to move up one. I don't know if, I don't know if they felt somebody else was about to move up to 10, maybe Denver. Let's see. Oh, I don't think he's announcing the pick yet. I think he's talking about the family. 4 viewers. Hi, guys. It's good to see you. I'm on Stream East right now. I'm not watching the live broadcast, so I am well behind at this point. But that's fine with me. Yeah, the only pick I was really, really concerned about being spoiled was ours, because I had Skoronski spoiled last year, which I was ultimately okay with because I wanted Skoronski once I saw that he had fallen to us. So I thought for sure the Bears would have taken him the pick before, but they took my guy Darnell Wright instead. Hi, Maddie. Yeah. They did take J.J. McCarthy. Okay, so everybody thought Minnesota was going to have to move heaven and earth to go up and get him, and they ended up getting him just 1 pick after their original selection. They only had to trade up 1 spot. 5 quarterbacks in the top 10. Wow. I did also see that Penix went 8th, which is insane, but also I kind of like it. I was definitely higher on Penix than most. The only concern is you just gave Kirk Cousins a 4-year contract, and Penix is 24 years old, so he's going to start when he's 29. Excuse me, goodness. That's Brandon Whedon numbers right there. So that's interesting. But Latham. Not a fan. Really hoping I'm wrong, and with Bill Callahan being our offensive line coach, I'm sure I will be wrong. I don't know anything about him as a person. I have no issues with him as a guy. I'm sure he's a great dude. So I hope. I mean, regardless of where he would have been taken, I would have wished nothing but the best for him. And certainly now that he's on my football team, absolutely, I wish nothing but the best for him. In fact, I hope he's an All Pro. I hope he's a Hall of Famer. I hope he's the greatest player to ever don a uniform. But does not inspire confidence for me personally at this point, and we'll see where that goes. But we had like Rome was on the board. Rome was available. I know I wanted Neighbors more. I know I wanted Bolt more, but Rome was there. It's not like you didn't have a choice. Um, yeah, and I mean, maybe Kirk doesn't play the full 4 years. I'm sure it's a front loaded deal. Like maybe they just cut ties after 2 seasons and let Penix take over. I certainly wouldn't be opposed to it. Um, but yeah, man, I mean, I made my peace with it. I mean, I spent the whole week preparing myself for the J.C. Latham pick because I kind of figured it was gonna happen, and um, no, it was 4 years, 180 million. I don't know if there's like an out after a certain amount, but the official contract was a four. I mean, there's always an out when it comes to 3 and 4 year contracts, but it was definitely 4 years, 180 million. But yeah, I like the fit of J.J. McCarthy to Minnesota. I think he might not start day one. I mean, maybe Sam Darnold starts day one, but I mean, either way, I think um, you're fine with it. Like, it sucks. I'd like to see Sam Darnold play football. I've been waiting for a very long time to see Sam Darnold really get a chance because he didn't really get a chance with the Jets because it's not like he had much of a supporting cast around him, and then he's just kind of bounced around since then. But um, yeah, I would have liked to see it. But JJ is definitely pro ready enough to where he can play day one if he proves to be better than Sam Darnold, which is certainly possible. And um, I like the fit. Of course, I think he's a perfect fit for what they do. I think for sure, then Minnesota probably would have moved up to 5 if Drake May was available, but he wasn't, of course. So it just kind of is what it is. But yeah, I think I like that they only had to move up one spot. I'm sure they didn't have to give up a ton. They had to give up something, of course, because it's still moving into the top 10 from 11. But you're not having to mortgage the entire future for JJ, which is what a lot of people were concerned about. So if I'm guessing the Jets pick, 2 tackles are already off the board. I'm gonna say Brock Bowers. If not Bowers, then it's Fuaga. But I'm gonna say Bowers. A fourth and a fifth and got back a sixth. That's really fucking good. And of course, like obviously the Jets had no interest in McCarthy, so they knew they were going to get their guy. But there's still usually a quarterback tax, so it's interesting that that they didn't have to give up much, especially considering like the Jets could have played it as if Denver was on the phone, and they probably could have asked for a third, probably could have gotten one, but you're also not. Well, actually, do the Vikings even have a third? Well, they have a third next year, I think, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what this Jets pick is. I think it's Brock Bowers, if I had to guess. Just get Aaron Rodgers another weapon. Roma Dunze to Chicago at 9. Also, I love it. Absolutely in love with it. Olu Fashanu. Okay, I love this. I'm glad he ended up going higher than some other tackles that people thought. This is fantastic, I think, for the Jets. Yeah, I'm with you. I absolutely love the Jets pick. He doesn't have to start right away, and he won't because Tyron Smith is Tyron Smith. But Olu Fashanu is definitely going to play some games because you're missing at least 6 games with Tyron Smith, if not more. He's just never been able to stay healthy. So Fashanu's got to get some playing time. He's probably going to look pretty good. And next season and onwards, he's going to be the starting left tackle in New York. And, excuse me, I like that they're not. I like the confidence that that Saleh and Douglas have to take a pick for the future, even though they really don't have any job security right now unless they win games this year. And, it would have been very easy for them to take a Brock Bowers and be like, hey, we have to, maximize this, 1 year window that we have. And Fashanu will contribute year one because, again, Tyron Smith is going to miss games. That's inevitable. There's, Bowie, you're not supposed to be over there, buddy. Why are you meowing at me? You're not supposed to be. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's pretty apparent that Fashanu will get some playing time. There's just no way Tyron Smith plays 17 games. He's only getting older. No shot. No, that is DeBowie. You're absolutely right. He misses you, by the way. He can't wait to see you on Saturday. Right, buddy? He said yes. He meowed back. He said yes. Um, yeah. Yeah, again, Tyron Smith, no chance he plays all 17 games. Fashanu will play some in his first season. Denver's pick is in. That was instant. So, we'll see who this is. I'm going to guess Leatu Latu, given that 5 quarterbacks are out there. There's no way this is Bo Nix. If this is Bo Nix, I give up. Because, granted, with the run on quarterbacks we've seen, maybe this is Bo Nix. Because Bo Nix is absolutely going to be the next quarterback. Maybe, actually, you know what? This is Bo Nix. This is Bo Nix. Sean Payton loves Bo Nix. I can guarantee it. I think this is Bo Nix. Bo Nix is exactly Sean Payton's type of quarterback. I'm with you. They have a lot on the table. They could go O-line. They could go edge rusher. This could be Byron Murphy. This could be Bo. I think it's gonna be Bo, just because, like, granted, if Denver doesn't take Bo here, I don't know who is gonna take Bo here. So, I wouldn't have hated a trade back here for Denver, just because you really have no other competition for another team moving up to go get him. Like that would have been. I don't know. But maybe they didn't Bo at 24. I mean, if you want, I personally, I wouldn't, but to each his own. I wouldn't want Bo Nix playing for my football team, but that's up to you. I want change as well. I wouldn't want that like in Dallas, but I wouldn't want that change to be Bo Nix. I would much prefer that change to be like, I don't know, take a flyer on somebody on like Joe Milton or some shit on day 3. I know I haven't spoken very glowingly of Joe Milton, but like, I don't know. Got a guy with some chutzpah to him, with some oomph. Don't get Bo Nix. I'm definitely starting to feel this. But I don't know how much longer this live's going to go on for. I just know that I am disappointed with the events that unfolded, especially after such a great offseason. This just kind of feels like a wet fart to cap things off, but still 2 more days of the draft. If the Titans really like a guy that could trade back into the first round for something, I doubt that happens. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't want that to happen because, if anything, I want to trade back with our second-round pick. And I would agree with Bill Belichick. If Denver wants Knicks, Bill Belichick and I are the 2 greatest football minds of all time. That's why we think the same. If Denver wants Knicks, they should trade back to in the 20. I mean, obviously it takes somebody else wanting to move up, and I don't know who would move up for what at this point, because there's still all 3 edge rushers on the board, which if I'm Atlanta, I really do think Atlanta should have taken Dallas Turner, but that's just me. I don't hate the Penix pick, though. I know a lot of people are going to give that a terrible grade. I think it's fine. I'm also higher on Penix than consensus, so that's me. There was that report that came out, I think, yesterday, that Penix could go as high as number 8 to the Falcons, and I guess that one had some weight to it because that is exactly what happened. And I mean, I can certainly live with it if I'm a Falcons fan. Rome Odunze was available, and we took J.C. Latham. I would have loved Rome Odunze. Hopkins only has 1 year left on his contract. Odunze is a perfect Hopkins replacement. But I'm excited to see Odunze catch passes from Caleb Williams. That is going to be very fun. Bears fans don't deserve it, quite frankly. They do not. They complain too much. They have main character syndrome for the most part. But whatever. Have fun, I guess. Be happy with your elite quarterback and your elite wide receiver. I wish we could have had Rome, but it's okay. I think if Latham is going to succeed anywhere at tackle, it's going to be with a team with Bill Callahan coaching him. So I'm sure the Titans will try different offensive line rotations for, like for right tackle, left tackle, whatever, wherever they want to put them. I'm sure they'll mix it up a bit, but not not exciting for me personally. I don't hate the process though. I mean, you're beefing up the O line. You're trying to keep your quarterback upright. Lord knows he got hit a lot last year, so we'll see how that goes. They do have Zach Wilson, the most elite quarterback. It is Bo Nix. Oh my goodness, at Bo Nix at 12. Are you shitting me? 6 quarterbacks in the top 12. Basically, every other pick has been quarterback. If you average them out, that's insane. Especially given that Bo Nix is nowhere near good enough to be taken in the top 12. But whatever. It's just my input. But I can't believe. Yeah, you literally. Who else is going to take Bo Nix? Why not trade back? I mean, is there no trade back partner? There's players worth coming up for at this point. It's not like you, like, I don't know. I'm sure somebody. I'm not a fan of Bo Nix. I'm not a Knicks guy to begin with. I'm definitely not a Knicks guy at 12. If they had traded back into the 20s and still gotten Knicks, I would have been just fine with this. But I agree with you, but don't take a shot on Bo Nix. Take a shot on a real quarterback. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Maybe he's elite. Maybe he's Tom Brady with a stronger arm when he gets to the league. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, and especially he's got Sean Payton coaching him. I'm sure he'll be fine. But I think fine is all he's ever going to be. I don't see him like. What's the difference between Bo Nix and like Kenny Pickett? I don't get it. Kenny Pickett just got traded for peanuts 2 years after getting taken in the first round. And I think the same thing might happen to Bo Nix. Granted, Bo Nix has Sean Payton. I am not asleep. I am awake, and I'm pissed off. Raiders pick is in. That was quick. Raiders pick here might be an interesting one. This could be literally anything. Nothing would surprise me here. Especially, it's Tom Telesco making the pick, so this could be an absolutely abysmal football player. Like, they could take Troy Franklin 13th overall. Wouldn't shock me in the slightest. It's Tom Telesco making the picks. Still can't believe Tom Telesco got another general manager job in the league, but whatever. We'll see. Yeah. I should have known it would have been Knicks at 12. He just screamed Sean Payton. This might be the first time that, the offseason hype was that there was going to be this huge run on quarterbacks, and there was actually a huge run on quarterbacks this early. Even in the 2018 draft, Lamar Jackson didn't go until 32nd, and then Josh Rosen went 10th. So we went 22 picks without seeing a quarterback in 2018, when all 5 were supposed to go in, like, the top 20. Speaking of Troy Franklin, they just showed a Bo Nix touchdown pass to him. It'd be pretty funny if Troy Franklin got taken right after Bo Nix did. Two bad picks in a row, both by AFC West teams. I don't think this is Troy Franklin, though. I think it'd be hilarious if it was. It's not going to be Troy Franklin. If I had to predict this pick, I got no idea. I don't think it's Edge. I don't even think it's Byron Murphy. I'm gonna say Quinyon Mitchell. But it could be fucking anybody. It could be Troy Fautanu. It could be Fuaga. Who is it? Bowers. I beg your pardon? That's an interesting fit, but best player available. Do what you want, I guess. But he's obviously not going to play inline because Michael Mayer is going to be playing inline. Like, the idea here is going to be that he's the big slot which is what he should be. That's definitely his skill set. So I guess it's good that a team with a bona fide like inline tight end took Brock Bowers because that lets you know they're going to use him the right way. So if anything, this inspires confidence that um, that Bowers will be not only succeed but will be as good as advertised, because a team with Michael Mayer is not drafting Brock Bowers to like line him up and make him block. Like no, this is like the Dalton Kincaid role like on steroids. This is Travis Kelce, like that sort of thing. So this is exciting. It's an interesting pick, but like I said, I could have seen anybody here. And if you have as many needs as the Raiders do, you may as well go best player available because it's not like you're filling them all anyways. So, I guess, if you want, this is fine. It's better than fine, honestly. I actually like this pick the more I think about it. New Orleans. Fashanu is gone. This is Troy Fautanu. I feel like that can be locked in pretty safely. They need a left tackle. Trevor Penning is not even good enough to play in the CFL. So I think Fautanu being available here and Fashanu already being gone, I don't see why this would be Fuaga. So I'm going to say, it's not impossible for it to be Fuaga. I'm going to say, no, nothing can be truly locked in. But I think it's more than likely going to be Fautanu. So I'm going to say Troy Fautanu for pick 14. The Colts are an interesting one after this, too, regardless of what the pick is here, because that could be corner, that could be Brian Thomas Jr. Hell, this could be Brian Thomas Jr. Keep him home in New Orleans. That's not impossible. I'm warm. I'll roll my sleeves up. Wada. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you're right. No defensive player. I'm sure we're going to start seeing the run on defenders pretty soon, but 13 offensive players in a row to start the draft is insane. And I think it's going to be 14. I don't anticipate this, but this could be Byron Murphy. I don't want to say Fautanu. I regret saying Fautanu is a lock because this could easily be Byron Murphy. I'm pretty sure I picked Byron Murphy in our last mock draft that you and I did. So if I had to guess, it's Fautanu if it's offense, it's Byron Murphy if it's defense. So it's interesting, the pick hasn't... 4 minutes left on the clock, they still haven't made the pick. I don't know if they're still deciding between Fautanu and Murphy, or if they're listening to phone calls right now. What's going on? But Bowie, John, come here. Come here. I want to pick you up. Come here. Got a cat on the cam. This is the baby. Bo, you say hi? Bo, you say hi? No, don't say hi to me. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Close enough. He's staring at my drink right now. I think he wants to get drunk. You want to get drunk, Bowie? You want to get drunk, Bowie? That's not a good idea. Let's not get drunk. You give me kisses. Now he's numb. He's numb. Three minutes left. Pick still not in. This is... They have to be listening to phone calls right now. Like, they've run the scenarios already. They know who their pick would have been if all their guys were still available, which I think they are, besides Fashanu. Excuse me. Now he's lying in my lap. He's still numb. Yeah, it's got to be like... Dennis Allen is probably pounding the table for Byron Murphy, but Mickey Loomis is like, shut the fuck up. We're taking a tackle. Like, Derek Carr is going to get killed if we don't take a left tackle. That's probably what it is. It's defensive head coach campaigning for the best defensive player he wants, and um, general manager thinking about team needs a little more. Yeah, that's a fair point. You have literally your pick at the best defensive player on your board if you want to go defense, and you're picking 14th. Like, that's insane. I think we're gonna see a record for most offensive players drafted in the first round, because we've gone this long without. It's interesting. Field has Troy Fautanu listed as a guard. I don't think that makes any sense. I think Fautanu's a little too small to play guard. Doesn't really have the anchor to play inside. I think he's agile enough. His arms are long enough. He should clearly stick at tackle, but who knows? I know a couple people have Fautanu as a guard. I don't see it. He's only 314 pounds. Like, I think he needs to stay at tackle. There's Dallas Turner in the green room, probably who expected his name to be called 6 picks ago. Certainly I did, but yeah, you're right. Like, if like Byron Murphy's continuing to fall, like a lot of people thought he could go as early as the top 10, and he's still available. Like, you've probably got teams like the Rams could be calling. Um, Seattle could be calling for somebody. Granted, they're only a couple picks behind, but you're about to fall, baby. Come here, don't fall, don't fall. We got Nick Saban on the broadcast. Yeah, you're right. Doesn't matter who your top edge is. Your top edge is available, which all the more reason why Jared Verse might fall out of the first round, if there's this many edge rushers still available, and there's this much of a run on offensive players. Um, Maybe my Jared Verse prediction will come true. Maybe he will fall into the second round. They're taking their sweet time announcing this pick. Come on. Let's go. I'm going to lock in Fautanu. I'm going to say they were taking calls for defensive players, and then nobody gave them what they wanted. I'm going to say they're going to stick and pick and take Fautanu. It's a more important position than, for most folks, not for you. You have left tackle valued lower than interior pass rusher and edge rusher. So, who knows? But I'm going to say Troy Fautanu. Ow, Bo, you're stabbing me. Ow! Now you're biting too hard. You might need to get down. Ow! Stop. You need to get down. I love you. You need to get down. Thank you. Let's see. Talisi Fuaga. Okay, so it was a tackle. Possibly guard, depending on how they value them. But that's a good pick. I mean, it's... they'll figure something out. As far as the offensive line goes, they'll figure them out. They'll put them somewhere. So, I like this. A lot of Samoan and Hawaiian tackles. We did have Troy fall to the Cowboys in our first mock. That's looking more and more possible. And granted, you're really worried about Seattle. If he gets past Seattle at 16, there's a very realistic path that Troy could fall. But if he does not get past Seattle at 16, then, of course, he's not yours. But, yeah, in the first mock that we did, Troy fell all the way to Dallas. And one of these tackles is guaranteed to fall. It could be Troy Fautanu. Could be Amarius Mims. But, there's going to be a lot of tackles taken in the first round. We are nowhere near done with the tackles being taken in the first round. There's going to be plenty more drafted, but some of them have to fall, So maybe it is Fautanu. Maybe he goes 24th to Dallas. I think he goes at 16 to Seattle, And if he doesn't go 16 to Seattle, there's a very good chance he could end up all the way down to 24 because there's going to be a few teams coming up that don't necessarily have a need at tackle. Pittsburgh, maybe, you're worried about, but we'll see. Indy, I'm going to say... Fuck, I don't know. This could be Brian Thomas Jr., just get Anthony Richardson another weapon. This could be Quinyon Mitchell, but... or this could even be an edge rusher. This could be Dallas Turner, because fucking Chris Ballard can't help himself. He just has to draft freak athletes at every single pick. You know what? Fuck it. This is Dallas Turner, and if it's not Dallas Turner, it's Brian Thomas Jr. And if it's not Brian Thomas Jr., it's Quinyon Mitchell. But I'm gonna say Dallas Turner, because Chris Ballard just can't help himself, and they do need edge help anyway. So, according to Diana Rossini, she said that J.C. Latham was Bill Callahan's favorite player in the entire draft. So, like I said at the start of the stream, I think before anybody joined the live, Bill Callahan knows more about offensive linemen than I could ever hope to forget. I will have faith that he has a plan, that he knows what he's doing, but yeah, I do have my reservations. But again, if Bill Callahan wants J.C. Latham, I guess Bill Callahan can have J.C. Latham. I guess that's fine. So apparently Will Levis is excited. He said, let's work Trench King. So, so Latham is projected to make the move to the left side from what I'm seeing as well. Latham is supposedly going to play left tackle, which is, like I said, it was probably the Titans that put out that report that Latham could play either tackle spot. So, oh, he did play left tackle in high school. I did, okay, that makes sense. And Rand Carthon did say Latham will begin at left tackle, and we'll see where he goes from there. So, all right, if Rand Carthon and Bill Callahan say, that he can play left tackle, then he can play left tackle. Excuse me. I do feel a little better about the pick, knowing that they plan on having him at left tackle. I was gonna give the pick a D+. I think I'm gonna stick with C- for now. I think that's where my head's at. Because they are, yeah, they are wanting to try him at left tackle. So I can live with it. That's fine. I wish my stream would stop having this issue. That'd be so cool. You guys, Cooper DeJean? He went to the Colts? That makes sense. Let me see. Is it Cooper DeJean? You said your guy. I'm assuming that's Cooper DeJean. Because of course it is. The white savior. The first white corner in the NFL since the Bronze Age, probably. Assuming he'll play corner. I think he'll stick at corner in the Colts scheme. They have a cover 3 scheme. He's definitely a cover 3 type corner. So, in fact, they practically live in cover 3. So, let's see. Is it Cooper DeJean? Oh, it's Latu. I did say they could go edge. I just figured it would be Dallas Turner because he's a fucking freak of nature. But Latu's a plenty good enough athlete for Chris Ballard to say, this is my guy. Excuse me. Definitely the most refined pass rusher in the class as well, so he should make an instant impact. And I like it. I like it for Indy. This is a good pick. Kwity Paye hasn't quite been what you hoped he'd be as a pass rusher. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. They definitely needed some help. The only real concern is the neck stuff, but also, all the news around his neck has been good news from what I've heard. Like, NFL teams have cleared him pretty much. And, I mean, this is proof. Him going 15th overall is pretty definitive proof that, teams weren't too worried about his injury. So, good pick for Indy. I like this a lot. I wish I could hate on a division rivals draft pick, and I'm sure I can hate 2 picks from now because Jacksonville's going to do something stupid because it's Trent Baalke, and he stinks. But we'll see. It's a good pick for Indy. Now, Seattle, I'm going to say Troy Fautanu. I think is the pick. I know I'm not going to hear the end of it if Latu, abuses J.C. Latham in one of the games against the Colts this year. It would definitely be something. I'm sure I wouldn't stop hearing about it. I wonder if Seattle's listening to calls right now because they've got a ton of options here. This could be Byron Murphy. This could be Fautanu. This could be, this could even be edge rusher if you wanted it. Hydration, indeed. But do we get a little thirsty? Especially, it's good to drink water after you just downed a drink. And yeah, Seattle's certainly got some options here. Hell, if Penix was still on the board, I wouldn't rule that out. But of course, he went 8 picks ago, so he is, in fact, not on the board. This is Fautanu. Next pick might be Terrion Arnold or Quinyon Mitchell. And the Bengals, it could be Byron Murphy. I don't know, spitballing here, but I don't know. The Bengals are a weird team to draft for now that Latham and Fuaga are gone. It's interesting to see who their next guy might be, but I don't know. We shall see. Seattle's using all of this clock. They have to be listening to offers right now. Apparently, J.C. Latham and Bill Callahan at one point just sat and watched film for like 2 hours. So that's cool. I guess it is true that Bill Callahan just loves J.C. Latham. So, um, if that relationship, is one that I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I feel like there just shouldn't be commercials on draft night. This is ridiculous. I know it's TV. I know, they got to make their money somehow, but I'm sure they're making plenty of money regardless. And I'm glad there aren't that many commercials, but I don't know. It really takes the wind out of my sails when I'm waiting on the pick to be announced and I'm watching a Spectrum One commercial. Whatever. I'm not watching the damn Pat McAfee stream. I'm not a Pat McAfee fan. I'm sorry. I think he's annoying to a degree. I mean, he's not. I don't hate him, but I don't particularly love him either. I'm not missing out. I'm not watching the damn McAfee stream. No, I'm not tripping. I am not tripping. After the Pat McAfee Brett Coleman beef, I have been off the McAfee wagon personally. Maybe I'll catch the cliff notes if that's the case. I don't remember all what it was about. I have to look it up again. I looked it up a few months ago. I forgot, but um, yeah, I don't know. Not a big McAfee guy personally. I'm not a huge fan of McAfee on College Game Day either. I'm gonna be totally honest. Not my favorite. Speaking of, I'm watching. I didn't even know I was watching the College Game Day broadcast of the draft. Um, that's fun. Seahawks pick is in. The final answer Troy Fautanu, but we'll see. All right, you mods, can we ban him? Can we ban this man? Oh, well. Alright, who's is Seattle taking? They're wasting their sweet time on this military propaganda. Nobody cares. We're not here for you. We are not. Okay, there we go. Commission's coming out. Pick is being announced. Let's see. Talk to me, Roger. It is Byron Murphy. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's about time the Byron Murphy slide stopped. I think the absolute furthest he would have fallen is 18 to the Bengals. Vikings are moving again. Are they moving up from 23? Did they just trade up with Jacksonville? Wonder who they're coming up for. Now this I got no clue right now. That could be Edge. That could be Dallas Turner. That could be Jared Verse. That could be a wide receiver, I guess. It could be Brian Thomas, and that's how you round out your wide receiver trio. Justin Jefferson is your do-it-all guy. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, Kwesi Odafe-Mensah has been wheeling and dealing so far. They obviously have a guy in mind, so they shouldn't be on the clock for too long. You don't trade up unless you know who you're trading up for, obviously. So this is an interesting one. Maybe you're getting J.J. McCarthy another whip. Maybe this is Brian Thomas Jr. Maybe it's A.D. Mitchell. Two Texas guys, two Longhorns back to back, Byron Murphy and A.D. Mitchell. I wouldn't hate it. Texting with my dad right now. He's asking who we picked. All right, what we got here? It was Dallas Turner. Okay, yeah, you're right. They did move up for Dallas Turner. I like this a lot. I really like this a lot. What I like a lot of what Minnesota has done this year, this offseason. Excuse me. My goodness. I'm sure Nick Saban's happy that his guy finally got taken. Yeah, I think it was about time the Dallas Turner slide stopped. I think he should have been taken a long time ago. And we're definitely gonna. I like this run on defenders. I'm sure we're gonna see more of it. Although I wouldn't put it past the Bengals to take Troy Fautanu here. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Wonder who the Rams are going to take at 19. That could be Johnny Newton. That could be Fautanu. If Fautanu is still available there, it could be the Rams. Pittsburgh could take him. He's probably the highest player ranked on my board still available. Yeah, Turner at 17. I love it. I think it makes perfect sense. Cincinnati's eating up a lot of clock too. I wonder if they're looking for partners. Yeah, and I think honestly, I don't even hate him being as high as number 7 on Gabe's board. I think that's a perfectly apt placement for him. I would have rather had Fautanu at 7 than Latham. I'm just being honest. But I get it. Yeah, definitely the best player available. I think. Some others like Quinyon Mitchell, one of the best players available right now. Terrion Arnold, um, Marius Mims, I'm pretty high on. So another tackle prospect that should hopefully go in the first round. I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee went tackle at 38. To be honest with you, I did also see. I think Rand Carthon said that the reason Tennessee went tackle at 7 and not wide receiver was because we signed Calvin Ridley, and we wanted to allocate another resource into protecting Will Levis, which I'm certainly not going to complain about the process, getting another offensive lineman. I just wish the result was a little different. But again, if Bill Callahan, who is going to go into the Hall of Fame, says this is my favorite player in the entire draft, I will put my faith in the Hall of Fame offensive line coach to develop him properly. So I can live with it. Bengals pick is in. So this is an interesting one. I'm going to guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who this could be. This could be a number of players. I'm going to guess Troy Fautanu, who I feel like I've guessed him like 4 times now. But also, it looks like Peter Skoronski's put on like 10 or 15 pounds as well from the video the Titans put out yesterday. Like, they made a post about like minicamp or whatever. Like, Skoronski looks big. Skoronski looks fucking huge. Which, if that's the case, that's not. He already had a good amount of play strength, but for him to put on another 10 pounds, he's a plenty good enough athlete to where him putting on another 10 pounds isn't going to hurt him. So I like it. I like that he's beefed up a bit. I think they did the front office did make a point about wanting to look good getting off the bus. So that's probably why they drafted 340-pound J.C. Latham. They want to look good getting off the bus. That's probably why Skoronsky put on 10 or 15 pounds. They want to look good getting off the bus. So we also signed Lloyd Cushenberry, who's one of the bigger centers in the league. So it's pretty clear the Titans have a type. They want some big boys up front. So if they want big boys up front, a couple other tackles that come to mind for me in this class that, excuse me, I wouldn't put it past Tennessee to take another tackle. There's enough tackles on the team to where they could just hope they get some development from a guy at right tackle, but it wouldn't shock me to see Tennessee take a tackle like in the 4th round or something. We'll see. We've got a Shea and Chet commercial. That's fun. It's an AT&T commercial with Shea and Chet in it. Braden Dow's pick is coming up here in like 6 spots. How you feeling? You nervous? Yeah, they've drafted really well in the 1st round lately. Besides like Mozzie Smith, the jury's still out on him, but it's not like he's a bona fide bust yet. You know, he's still got time. They probably should have just played him more, honestly. But yeah, like Dallas usually hits pretty well in the 1st round. Wasn't Tyler Smith taken 24th overall or like 25th, or maybe it was 25th? I think it was 25th. But either way, they've picked in a similar spot before, and obviously they had success. Yeah, that's fair. All right, Bengals. What we doing? If Byron Murphy didn't get picked 2 picks ago, this would absolutely be Byron Murphy, no question about it. Well, I mean, more than likely, anyways. But stream keeps buffering. Come on. It's taken them 2.5 business days to announce this pick. Let's go. Amarius Mims. I love this. I love this a lot. I love this a lot. I am a huge fan of this pick. I am really glad. I am really glad this just happened. Yeah, right tackle's a long-term need. Trent Brown's on a 1-year deal, and quite honestly, can you even expect him to play all 17 games? You don't know. So, Amarius Mims, fantastic player who just hasn't played a whole lot due to injury and also just guys being ahead of him on the depth chart his first couple of years. So, I mean, there's a reason the league likes him this much. He is a mountain of a human, and he's got really good tape when he does play, but he only has like 500 career snaps or something. Something ridiculous like that. But he does look really nice. I like Mims a lot, so I love this pick for Cincy. 5'07", 40-yard dash, and he's like 330 pounds. That's absurd. That is absurd. God, the stream keeps buffering. Damn. Come on. I don't got time for this. I will say in regards to J.C. Latham, I am fairly convinced. No, I know I said this about Andre Dillard last year. I am fairly convinced J.C. Latham, at the very least, will be a better left tackle than Andre Dillard or Dennis Daly or Jalen Duncan were in the last 2 years. So, surely he can't possibly be any worse than those guys. So we'll see. Latham is a monster. He is 6'6", 342. Rams only have 2 minutes left. They are using every second of this clock as well. It'd be hilarious if they traded out of the first round entirely after going like 7 years without, or 8 years actually at this point, without making a pick in the first round. 2016 was Jared Goff, who's not even on the team anymore. He's on the Lions. So, yeah, it'd be nice to see the Rams actually take a high caliber player, a top 20 player in the draft. That'd be fun. I like Fautano here. The pick is in. This could be Dagon. This could be Fautano. This could be Johnny Newton. This could be Jared Verse if they wanted to. They could get real wild. The Rams do kind of beat their own drum, or whatever the fuck the saying is. Dance to the beat of their own drum. This could be, I don't know. It wouldn't even shock me to see like Marshawn Neyland or some shit go here. He does have like back of the first round hype apparently. So this could be Chop Robinson. This could be Darius Robinson. That wouldn't surprise me. This could be, let's see. This could be a corner. This could be Quinyon. This could be Terrian. I gained a sub. Let's go. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, did you see the guy with the the Mexico flag Rams t-shirt? That's badass. Surprised he ain't got a picture of Goku in there somewhere, but that's badass. Alright, can we announce the pick, please, guys? That'd be pretty cool if we could announce the pick. Oh, here we go. Oh, big yawn. Is there a cat behind me? No, there is not. He's probably in the living room. They're happy. Jared Verse. Okay, so I was wrong about Jared Verse falling out of the first round. Not only that, he went in the top 20. And this is a good pick. Like I didn't think Verse wasn't good enough to be taken round one. I was just, somebody's got to fall somewhere. So I thought, Verse is going to fall. No, he didn't. And honestly, he didn't deserve to. I think this is a great pick. Jared Verse and Byron Young, that duo on the edge, that should be a pretty good one for a long time. Now, who's Pittsburgh taking? This could be a center. This could be a wide receiver. This could be a tackle. This could be Johnny Newton. I don't think it is. I think it's unlikely, but it wouldn't shock me. Oh, my ankle's itchy. I wonder if I have a bug bite. Pittsburgh certainly got options here. They have a lot of needs. Let's see. I mean, this could be any number of players. This could be Terry and Arnold. This could be like get another press man corner to complement um, Joey Porter Jr. That's what we did in our first mock draft. We took Terry and Arnold um, with the Steelers, which I think would make a lot of sense. Jared Verse is a very handsome young man. He's got a nice beard. A little jealous of his beard, I'm going to be honest with you. Sleepy. That's what I get for drinking. I don't have the sound on for the draft, but they're telling the story of how he used to play at UAlbany and how he put on a ton of weight and then transferred to Florida State. A very handsome man. He's got very nice teeth. He was a dog at Albany, too. And of course, that's how he was able to transfer to a Power 5 school. But yeah, it's a good pick for the Rams. There hasn't been a pick so far that's been truly shocking, and there hasn't been like a bad pick yet. Like absolutely terrible draft pick. I haven't seen any. I mean, somebody's gonna make one at some point. It'd be incredible if we went an entire year with an entire first round with no like absolute head scratchers, but we'll see. I mean, some people are gonna say Michael Penix at 8 is a bad pick. I am not some people. I am one person. I am Jacob Avillion, and I like Michael Penix, so that's okay with me. Steelers pick is in. We're gonna find out very quickly. Host. This feller is. Another commercial pick. Fantastic. let's announce the pick. Why are we showing Roma Dunze? He just went like 11 picks ago. Kirk Cousins was not given a heads up that the Falcons were selecting or even considering selecting Michael Penix. That's insane. I mean, obviously he's not going to start year one anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, Kirk has to know he's not like long term the guy. He's already like 34, 35, 36. Alright. They're about to announce the Steelers pick. Let's see. I think it's Cam Hayward they brought on stage. That looks like him. Yeah, it's Cam Hayward. Yeah, okay, they just showed it was Cam Hayward. Oh, and they're letting him announce the pick. That's badass. Who is it? He is taking his sweet time announcing this pick. Oh, they're celebrating. Who is it? Troy Fautanu. Alright, it is about damn time. Could play tackle. I expect him to play left tackle. They're listing him at guard on the broadcast. I think that's bullshit. I think he's going to play left tackle, and he's going to be a damn good one. I think that is a fantastic pick, and it's about time the slide stopped. So he's not going to be there at 24 for Dallas, unfortunately. Hell, Miami could have taken him at 21. I think that would have made perfect sense. But Miami becomes an interesting team because that's probably a Graham Barton destination. That's probably who my guess is going to be. If not Graham Barton, then maybe Johnny Newton. Excuse me. Yeah, this is certainly a lot farther than Fautanu should have fallen. I think he's plenty good enough to have gone much higher than this. Again, I would have liked him at 7. Like, that would have been fine with me, too. So. Dolphins pick is in already. That was fast. go fill up my water, guys. Don't go anywhere. Returned. I don't know why I have my headphones on. I don't need my headphones. I don't have any audio on my computer. I could actually just stay like this. Hi. Why, thank you. I'm happy to be back. Another commercial pick? Man, this is ridiculous. Wasn't the Steelers pick a commercial pick? Why do we need two commercial picks? See, the Pittsburgh or was the Rams? Either way, we've had commercial picks now, like, consecutively almost. Yeah, they are once again taking 2.5 business days just to announce the damn. But Philly's pick is probably in by now with how long it's taking them to. Another fucking commercial. Just announce the damn pick. This is ridiculous. Too tired for this. Too tired for this. This is ridiculous. Or I do be doing that from time to time. On occasion. Alright, Commissioner's back out. He's making the pick. I do that too, every once in a while. Chop Robinson. That's an interesting. Oh, the stream just lagged. It was Chop Robinson, and then all of a sudden it cut right back to the commissioner again. That was weird. But I did get a glimpse of it. Chop Robinson's an interesting pick, but I suppose they did have injuries to both of their edge rushers last season. Maybe you're worried about the health of both Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips. They've both had injury history, even prior to last season. So I guess you're taking Chop Robinson, and you're just you're finding this. He's at the very least a rotational guy in year one, and then long term he's probably going to start for you. I don't hate this at all. He's an absolute athletic freak. We're seeing a crazy run on defensive players right now. Outside of Mims and Fautanu, we're seeing a very nice run on defensive guys. Speaking of, Philadelphia's probably going to keep that going. I bet that's going to be... It'd be Cooper DeJean if he was still available. He's not. I'm going to say probably Quinyon Mitchell, but it could be Terrion Arnold. Could be Kool-Aid if that's who they have a higher grade on. You did mention not to overreact to the injuries, but also at the same time I get it because it's two guys with a it's not just one time. They both have lists of injuries they've had in their careers. So I understand, I get it. Plus, I think Bradley Chubb's getting close to 30 as well, anyways. So, and it never hurts to have three good edge rushers. What's one thing a team is never gonna have enough of? Pass rush, right? The ability to get to the quarterback is always going to be valuable. You're always gonna need and want more of it. This is fine. I would have preferred them to take. I think Grant Barton is the best pick they could have made there, but no complaints whatsoever about them taking Chop Robinson. I think it's fine. In an ideal world, they take Grant Barton. But if you're a Dolphins fan, you're not killing yourself over this. Excuse me. Not a guy with a ton of pass rush moves. He's definitely a guy that still needs more time in the oven, but he can get that time in the oven because he's not forced into a starting role in year one. So that's fine with me. 4.48 40-yard dash. There's something in the water at Penn State. Well, they don't quite get their pick. I think Cooper DeJean is the best scheme fit for Philly, and he went... he's available. Never mind, he is available. This could be Cooper DeJean. I don't know why I thought DeJean was taken. I thought for some reason Indy took him at 15. I did have Cooper DeJean to the Eagles in our last mock. I think Vic Fangio is probably pounding the table for him right now, quite literally, and that's why this is taking so long. Somebody else in the room is arguing for Quinyon Mitchell or Terrion Arnold or Nate Wiggins or whoever, but I think Fangio wants DeJean because he is a perfect scheme fit. Yeah, that's what it was. I thought for sure when he said my guy was gone, I thought that meant Cooper, but yeah, you're right. Philly gets their pick of CB1 at pick 22 already. We're going to start to see a run on corners, I think, because Jacksonville's picking 23rd, and Jacksonville's for damn sure picking a corner. So I wouldn't even put it past Dallas to pick one, although I don't think they will. I think Philly now has eaten up the most clock of any team. They're almost down with less than a minute left. So they got to hurry up and write that pick in. At the 57-second mark, the pick is in. So they probably didn't expect this many corners to be available, and they're probably second-guessing themselves, if I had to guess. But yeah, you're right. Well, and I think maybe with there being so many good corners, teams didn't feel the need to jump at one because there would be others later on. There's going to be a lot of good corners on day 2 as well, especially in the third round. Not a ton of guys maybe worth taking in the second, but there's going to be a lot of corners going in the third, I think. And even if they do go in a second, just in general, there's going to be a lot of corners going on day 2. But, yeah, if I had to guess, if I had to take a wager, this is Cooper DeJean. And unfortunately, your division rival is getting one of your favorite players in the draft. Braden, I'm sorry to let you know. But, strong chance anyways. And yeah, we thought a corner would be gone by now, but also Jacksonville traded back. You have to remember, Jacksonville traded back. Like if Jacksonville did a stick and pick at 17, they would have taken a corner. But Jacksonville traded back and are probably going to get to pick the corner they want anyways because they probably didn't want Cooper DeJean, and that's probably the pick here. So unless this is, I don't even know who's number 1 on Jacksonville's board. It could be Quinion, it could be Terrian. Unless it's their number 1 guy right here. They're going to get their number 1 corner at 23. So, if anything, that's good for Jacksonville. They got the trade back and probably still get their guy, but we'll see. Hey, bro, don't be disrespecting Brazil. All right, we some of us care about a football game being played in Brazil next year. It's me. I'm some of us. I think that'd be pretty fun. There's a Bowie behind it. Bowie, what are you doing up there, buddy? Shake. What are you doing? Can we get down? Can we get down? Okay, that's fine too. All right. He got down. It was very nice of him. Bowie on the nightstand. He does not give up. Now he's on the windowsill. See his little tail. It's over there. There it is. Hi, mister. I love you. Jordan Milady. Yep. Grookey is upside down. I think Grookey actually holds the albums up better when he's upside down. Yeah, he does yearn. I caught him thinking about her once again. That's what he's doing right now. That's why he's staring out the window. Yeah, Grookey, I think, keeps the vinyls up better when he's upside down. So I'm going to keep him upside down. For the foreseeable future, anyways. We'll see how long that lasts, but... Oh, they got Jordan Mailata, virtually making the pick. He's not even in Detroit. He's in Australia right now. That's where he's from. He's in Melbourne. Who is it? It's not a white boy. Quinion Mitchell. So the Jags don't get Quinion Mitchell. I am a happy man. The Jags do not get Quinion Mitchell, which means they're probably getting Terrion Arnold, which is still not great because I like Arnold a lot. I do not want him in Jacksonville, but they didn't get Quinion, so that's good for me. The Jags could also take Brian Thomas Jr. That wouldn't shock me. I don't think they will. I think they'll go corner because it's a bigger need. And it's hard for a wide receiver to make an immediate impact on Jacksonville after they gave Gabe Davis $40 million for some fucking reason. So, we'll see. But yeah, Quinion's a stud. He was my favorite corner in the class. So, yeah, Philly take the number 1 corner, 22nd overall. That's pretty huge. And he's certainly a good enough scheme fit to where I don't think you're worried about it. That's exciting. I mean, they needed a corner, and they got one. They got a damn good one. Jacksonville. This has to be corner. Probably. Doesn't have to be, but more than likely it's going to be corner. It is, even with Jacksonville trading back, it is pretty insane that we didn't see a corner go until 22 because there just are so many good ones. But maybe that's also part of the reason why we didn't see one. Maybe the lack of scarcity, supply and demand type shit. Why are you meowing? Meow. Meow. Come here, buddy. Big stretch. He's stretch. He's stretch. What's going on, buddy? Maddie, do you see the new poster that's next to Jeff Buckley? There's a new poster right there. Or next to Elliott Smith, I beg your pardon. What the fuck? There is another poster next to Jeff Buckley up here as well. Yep, that's my Velvet Underground poster is next to Elliott. And I put the Deftones poster next to Jeff Buckley. I got confused because I put a poster next to Jeff as well as Elliott. So I was probably thinking of this one when my brain, I pointed and I said Jeff, but I meant Elliott. I swear. I'm not a fake fan. I swear. I'm not a fake fan. Jags pick is in. I'm going to guess Terrion Arnold now that Mitchell's gone. But, I mean, it could be Kool-Aid. It could be Wiggins. It could be Cooper. There's 4 corners that could go here. So, we'll see. Thank you. Thank you for believing me. Thank you for giving me some good grace this one time. I appreciate it very, very much. Saban might get real happy here. This could be Arnold. This could be one of his guys that he coached. You'll be surprised. Is it not a corner? Not a wide receiver. This could be an offensive lineman. This could be Graham Barton. Could they reach on a tackle here? Could this be Jordan Morgan or Tyler Guyton or... Oh, okay. It is an offensive lineman, then I take it. I mean, it's a need. It's a need. Yeah, I mean, quarterback wasn't a guarantee, which is the most likely option because it's probably their biggest need, but they have holes on the offensive line too. They've tried plugging them, mind you. They just not successfully. So I'm gonna say Graham Barton. Why the fuck not? I'm gonna say Graham Barton. Wild card pick here. Brian Thomas Jr. Okay, that doesn't shock me in the slightest. Reminds me, funny enough, when they took another LSU guy. Kind of reminds me when they took DJ Chark a couple of years ago, where they didn't really have an immediate spot for him to really play. I guess, maybe he'll probably be wide receiver 3 over Zay Jones. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Zay Jones will be wide receiver 4. This is a good pick, though. Yeah, I'm pretty high on Brian Thomas Jr. I like him. This is a good pick. I think, I don't know, it's a weird it's a weird fit just for the sake of like I don't know how immediately he's going to really get on the field, but by the end of the year at least he'll be in the like a good solid rotation. I just don't know about like immediate like day one impact, but long term, of course, this is fantastic. I think it. I mean, it certainly gives them an element they haven't quite had, which is like just a true deep threat, somebody with just insane speed. Like Ridley had good speed, but Brian Thomas Jr. runs a 4.33 at damn near 6'3", so that's it's nice. It's good. It's a good pick for them. I don't hate this at all. CB probably would have been better. Like you would have preferred Terry and Arnold more than likely if you're a Jags fan, but you're also not going to be upset with this. Excuse me. Emo. Guess my boy's pick. Ooh. Brian Thomas off the board. All three top edge rushers are off the board. Johnny Newton's still available. It could be him. Graham Barton, you could really plug him almost anywhere on this Cowboys offensive line. He'd be a pretty good pick just for in terms of like move him around in training camp and see where your best combination is and keep him there. This could be Jackson Powers Johnson if you just want a true center, just plug and play. This could be who else? Could they go corner? I guess they could go corner. It's not like impossible. This could be Kool-Aid. I'm gonna say Graham Barton. And then you tell me actually how you feel about this pick once it's been made. But I'm gonna guess Graham Barton. It's final answer. Trading down. I was going to offer that up actually. Because they've got options too, and I don't hate a trade down for Dallas. I wonder who's coming up. I could see. There's a couple teams in the early second. Like I could see Carolina trading up here for a receiver. I could see Tampa even trading up just to make sure they get their guy at center because Green Bay might want a center. Yeah, you got extra draft capital. There's going to be plenty of players that are about as good as whoever you take here. So we'll see. We'll see how things unfold. A trade down with Jackson Powers Johnson would be incredible. I agree. Do we know who's coming up? It hasn't shown up on my screen yet. Do you know who's coming up? I don't mind that spoiler. Like, who's trading up, because it's not showing up for me yet. I guess you're going to bed late. It's Detroit. I think that who are they trading up for? Maybe they're trading up for Graham Barton. Play guard now and play center after Frank Ragnow is medically forced to retire, which is a possibility. I could see it. This could be Johnny Newton. I could see Dan Campbell really liking him. This could be a corner. This could be Kool-Aid. This could be Terrion. This could be Wiggins. Their CB1 probably is still available, and they probably weren't expecting to be available this late, which is probably means it's Terrion Arnold, and they're trading up for probably their top corner, if I had to guess. So, I mean, good for them. I wonder if the Jags were going to take Quinyon Mitchell over Brian Thomas Jr. had Quinyon been available. I wonder if Quinyon was the Jags CB1, and that was the difference between them going corner and going receiver. It's fun to think about. Lions are on the clock. I'm sure they have their guy already because they traded up. So, pick is in. We're going to see it here pretty soon. One of those Lions fans had a Predator helmet on. That's pretty cool. It's fun watching people dress up for draft day. There's that one Eagles fan that always puts on like the silver and green. Like, that guy's pretty cool. Who is it? No messages. Oh, itchy. This is interesting, like, because the draft's in Detroit, so you're seeing the hometown team trade up during the draft. That's pretty fun. They're taking their sweet time with this one too. That's okay. I'll just say you're a smart man. It's either Graham Barton or it's Terrion Arnold. I'm gonna say it's Terrion Arnold. It's definitely one of those two, based on your response there. You got a bunch of local kids here. That's fun. I think you can probably live with giving up that seventh rounder. You got another day two pick, and if you still get your guy at 29, which presumably you are, teams don't really take centers round one. If you're looking at center, you're probably gonna get your guy, whether it be Barton or JPJ. The only team you're worried really is Green Bay and Tampa could both take a center, so that's a concern. It is Terrion Arnold. Okay. So you and I were both right. Their CB1 was still available. And Nick Saban is happy, because of course he is. That's a guy that he coached that just got drafted. Once again, he's had plenty of those. Even in the first round alone, he's had a ton. So he's having a good time. I love this pick. I feel that way too. I'm sure Dallas has a couple of guys they're interested in, and there's at least two centers I'm sure that are high enough on their board for them to pick him at 29. Might even be three. Could even be three. Realistically, there could be three centers Dallas likes enough to take that high. They might like Zach Frazier enough to take him 29th. I don't anticipate Green Bay taking a center here anyways. I just think it's possible. But Tampa Bay, I think center is very likely just due to Ryan Jensen's retirement. Excuse me. Packers are one of the most interesting teams in the league because they don't have that many holes, and they are a very young team, and they have a ton of draft capital. So I have no idea what they're going to do. Not just today. Tomorrow, they have several picks tomorrow. I think they have like 4 picks tomorrow. I think I could be totally wrong on that, but I think I was doing a mock draft, like a 3-round mock draft the other day, and I picked for the Packers a lot. So I think they got some picks tomorrow. So they're probably gonna have a good time. And they're mostly drafting like long-term needs. Like they could take a guy. They could take an offensive lineman. They could take. I don't know. They could reach on a safety here if they want to. Pick it in. So it didn't take them too long to find their guy. So they probably were pretty set on somebody. I know you had them taking Tyler Nubin in our most recent mock draft. So we'll see. Maybe that's the pick. Maybe they want Tyler Nubin. I'm excited once this stream is over to see everybody's reactions to the first round, like picks like Michael Penix at 8, Minnesota not having to give up a whole lot for McCarthy at 10 instead of at like 5 or 3, and yeah, this is a lot. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. Bowers at 13 is an interesting one. A lot of people are gonna have opinions on. Hell, Latham at 7. A lot of people are gonna have opinions on it. Oh, Jalen Milroe attended the draft to support Arnold and Turner. That was nice of him. Apparently Milroe was like a total dick in high school, like made fun of sped kids and shit. I have a very reliable source on that, actually. But yeah, I know somebody who knew him in high school, went to school with him. Apparently he was a total dick. Although everything I've heard about him recently, like about him, the kind of person he's been in the last couple of years is good things. So maybe he's matured, maybe he's put the hijinks past him. I'm hoping so. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like I don't want that I want to hold that against him like his entire career. Like everything I've heard about him, Like the guy that he is now has been good news. So I don't want to like put too much stock into that, but um, yeah, it's worth noting. But also, if he's a different person now, which he very well could be, then you're hoping he is. Um, I haven't heard any reports about maturity concerns or character concerns about him. And granted, when he declares for the draft, we'll see. Um, if those reports come out, next year's draft cycle, I'll definitely put some stock into those. But if we don't hear anything about it, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's get the Goodell on the mic. Let us know who the Packers picking. Who's the best Georgia player available? That's who the Packers are picking. Lad McConkey is the best Georgia player available. Let's see. Javon Bullard, if they want a safety. Tyke Smith, if they want to say. They're not taking Tyke Smith 25th overall. They're probably not even taking Javon Bullard or Lad McConkey this high because they don't have a huge pressing need at receiver, and then Bullard and Smith just aren't first-round prospects. But okay, so it is something a little wacky. I mean, they don't have a ton of needs. They could just draft for the highest guy on their board. Fuck it, I'm going to say Marshawn Nealand. Just get nuts with it. Is it Tyler Guyton? Or Jordan Morgan? Jordan Morgan? Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I'd be surprised my ass. Whore. Oh, eat a dick. Not actually. I love you, man. That was fun. No, this is definitely a bit of a reach. But I at the same time, like, they need a left tackle. He's a good tackle. Like, this, I think this is a plenty fine. Tampa made their pick pretty quickly. I think this is Jackson Powers Johnson or Graham Barton. This could be an edge rusher as well. Maybe this is where we see a team reach on Marshawn Nealand. We could see a Darius Robinson surprise here. I hope Darius Robinson makes it to pick 38 because I'm locking that in so fast if I'm the Titans. I wouldn't be surprised if we traded back into the first round, either for a wide receiver or for Darius Robinson. I would love either of those outcomes. Or I would love to just stick and pick at 38. Or I'd love to trade back at 38 and still get a wide receiver like Ricky Pearsall, Roman Wilson, a lot of guys. Yeah, but nope, I'm not surprised. Jordan Morgan makes a lot of sense. Green Bay needed a tackle, and they took one. And yeah, the best tackle available. Probably still a bit of a reach, but still the best tackle on the board. And it makes sense. That must have been like 2 or 3 seconds after I said Jordan Morgan that it showed up on my screen. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. And we're going to see Tampa Bay present. Arizona picks after this, and I wonder, they could be a Graham Barton destination. Ton of teams that have needs at guard and center. Hell, Buffalo's going to take A.D. Mitchell, but if they didn't have a huge pressing need at receiver, they could be a Graham Martin or Jackson Powers Johnson destination because they just cut Mitch Morse. So they need a center. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot. There's a lot of teams that could take a center. There's not a lot of teams in the league that really value center. Braden, you and I value center more than the league does, I think. So, all these picks where I'm like, it's gonna be Graham Barton, and it's not Graham Barton. It's because the league just doesn't give a shit about taking centers, especially not if they take centers in the first round. It's always late. It's never like in the teens. Like, I don't know. I definitely got a little overzealous, and so did a lot of people. A lot of people mocked Graham Barton to Seattle at 16. That was probably a bit drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit too much. That was probably never going to happen. Excuse me. Big boy burp. Linderbaum was like the 24th, 23rd, something overall pick. He was in the 20s. I remember this was like earlier mid 20s. It wasn't super super late, but yeah, Linderbaum was drafted high. Creed Humphrey went um like the 50s. Yeah, 25. That sounds about right. Creed Humphrey went like 56th a couple years ago, which was ridiculous, and was an All-Pro as a rookie, which everybody knew Creed Humphrey was going to be good. But the league just lets centers fall sometimes. It's ridiculous. Okay. Tampa, final guess for Tampa. I'm going to say Jackson Powers Johnson. I'm going to lock that in. I don't know what Pete Thamel's saying. He's saying something. They got Pete Thamel on the mic right now. Cardinals are about 2.5 minutes through their clock. Just waiting on this Bucks pick to be announced. I think it's an offensive lineman. It could be a defensive lineman. Could even be a corner. Who the hell knows? Been a ton of tackles in round one so far. There's Alt, Latham, Fashanu, Fuaga, Mims, Fautanu, and Morgan so far. That is 7 tackles. Maybe 1 or 2 of those guys gets moved to guard, but still, that's insane. It's a lot. I mean, we knew a lot of tackles would be going in the first round, but to actually see it happen, yeah, this is pretty absurd. Buccaneers selection. What we got, Roger? It's Graham Barton. Fuck, I knew I should have stuck to my gut and said Graham Barton. I ended up saying Jackson Powers Johnson. Either way, I was right. It was a center, and Yeah, this is a great pick. And as long as Arizona doesn't take Jackson Powers Johnson at 27, Dallas is going to get Jackson Powers Johnson at 29 because Buffalo's not taking him. Buffalo's taking A.D. Mitchell. That's a guarantee almost. I don't want to say for sure, but because you never know. But chances are it's A.D. Mitchell. Yeah, Clive Barton has technically 5 position versatility. I really don't think he should be playing much tackle in the NFL. I think he should be a center or guard, mostly center, and I think he's got to play center for the Bucks. Ryan Jensen had to retire because of his knee. He was getting up there in age anyways, so Barton's going to play center. I think he's going to be a pretty good one. I think this is a good pick. All right, Arizona's pick is being announced. This could be shit. I want to look. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say. Fuck, I don't know. Darius Robinson. Shit. I wanted Robinson at 38, but he got taken all the way at 27. This is a good pick. Some people are gonna say this is a reach. I am not some people. I think this is very good value for Robinson. Can move around the D line a bit. Can play on the edge. Can play inside. I think he's gonna be a hand in the dirt guy primarily, anyways. But yeah, shit is how I feel. Yeah. Well, Robinson's not gonna be there at at 38, which is fine. Plenty of guys that are gonna be there at 38 that I'm gonna want, and even then, I'd love a trade back regardless. There's very few guys that I wouldn't want to trade back from at 38. I think Robinson's a good pick. I like this a lot. Buffalo is going to sprint A.D. Mitchell to the podium. That is not going to take any time at all. I'm going to go take a piss. By the time I get back, Roger's going to be announcing the pick. It's going to be A.D. Mitchell. I'm going to be right back. How's Buffalo's pick still not in? That's ridiculous. Detroit broke Nashville's record for draft attendance. Oh. What do you mean talk shit because he's gone? Why are you being mean to those footballs? Yeah, I mean, people were saying this crowd was nuts, so I get it. If this isn't A.D. Mitchell, it's probably Ladd McConkey, And then they traded. That's with who? With Baltimore? Baltimore or San Francisco, baby? Chiefs. Why on earth would Buffalo let Kansas City come up? You have this big of a need at receiver and you're letting Kansas City come up? Are you fucking insane? Dude, if Kansas City why is the league just handing Kansas City these Super Bowls? This is gonna be AD Mitchell. This is gonna be AD Mitchell. Why does the NFL insist on just making everything so fucking easy for the Kansas City Chiefs? First they let Creed Humphrey fall to him and fall to them in like the mid-second round a couple of years ago. And then they let Patrick Mahomes be the third quarterback drafted in 2017. And now Buffalo has AD Mitchell in their hands, and they're trading back with like the one team left that could potentially take AD Mitchell. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with they better have gotten a haul for this. They only moved back 4 spots, but Kansas City's obviously moving up for a receiver. Buffalo better have gotten a seismic haul. Maybe the only way this isn't a receiver is if they take like Tyler Guyton, which would be insane, but maybe they want to jump Baltimore and San Francisco for maybe that's what this is. They're jumping Baltimore and San Francisco for Tyler Guyton. Buffalo can still Hi Max. Hi Max. It's good to see you. I'm happy you're here. The only possible way Buffalo could I guess I don't know. That's not enough for me to move up if I'm unless Buffalo's not at all worried about Kansas City taking AD Mitchell, unless they know something we don't. This doesn't make any sense. Maybe Kansas City jumped up for Tyler Guyton because Baltimore and San Francisco were both risks to take Tyler Guyton. You know what would be hilarious? I did mock Patrick Paul to the Chiefs in our last mock draft. If the Chiefs just traded up for Patrick Paul, that'd be pretty funny. Or in general, if Baltimore or San Francisco takes Paul, if this is Guyton, and I'm right about Patrick Paul going in the first round, I would get to toot my own horn here on stream. That'd be pretty fun. Yes, the Bills moved. They turned a 4th round pick into a 3rd round pick, and they moved up in the 7th. I don't hate that for Buffalo. I just don't think this is like. I mean, it's not bad value at all. It's not bad value at all, but I think they could have gotten a little more out of this. And you're still worried about Kansas City taking someone like AD Mitchell. Again, the wild card here, I mean, the kind of remains the same as like the Bills. The wild card pick here is Troy Franklin. So I don't know. This could be AD Mitchell, this could be Ladd McConkey, this could be Troy Franklin, this could be Tyler Guyton, and this could be Patrick Paul. I'd be pretty surprised if it was anybody else. Besides another tackle, like Kingsley Suamataia or something. Or Suamataia, I think is how you say it. Of course, why did they go to commercial after a trade? Like, this is ridiculous. The suspense is killing me. Because if Buffalo just handed Kansas City AD Mitchell, the entire staff deserves to be fired, like today. That's what makes me think it's not a receiver. Why would Buffalo give Kansas City their choice of the remaining receivers? I know Buffalo needed draft capital, but this has to be a tackle, or something. Maybe it's a corner to replace L'Jarius Sneed. Maybe this is like Nate Wiggins or Kool-Aid McKinstry. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, the trade compensation for Buffalo isn't bad. Don't quite get the trade up. Okay, so this is Probably a tackle, if I had to guess. We'll see. I don't know. If KC gets their guy, though, then you can just assume he's going to turn out okay. So, we're going to see. Our stream's buffering again. It's fantastic. Come on. Slurp. That's about right. Shit, Cooper DeJean is still available. That's fun. Could Cooper DeJean fall to day 2? Is it an issue of like teams don't know what position he is? Because the answer is yes. It's whatever the fuck you want to put him at. That's what he's gonna be. So I don't know. We'll see. Xavier Worthy. I mean, okay, wrong Texas receiver, but at the same time, like Kansas City taking Xavier Worthy, like I think a lot of people thought this was possible. Of course, they immediately put up the Tyreek Hill comparison because why wouldn't they? Xavier Worthy is fast as shit, and so was Tyreek Hill. Well, is currently still, but okay. I guess Buffalo was pretty confident Kansas City didn't want their guy at receiver. So Cowboys, this is Jackson Powers Johnson, I think, presumably. This is Jackson Powers Johnson. Yeah, I mean, you're right, because Buffalo was probably targeting A.D. Mitchell. I don't think Baltimore was going to take it. Baltimore just extended Rashad Bateman. It's probably not likely they're targeting receiver round 1. They're probably looking at Tyler Guyton with their next pick. And then San Francisco's probably looking at tackle or corner. Like, they're keeping Brandon Ayuk from everything I see. It's probably not likely that they're... And even if they traded Deebo Samuel, they're not taking a guy to replace him now. They're going to take Malachi Corley in the 3rd round or something because his skill set is comparable to Deebo Samuel. So, I'm with you. Like, I don't know who else in round 1 was going to take it. Maybe they had some intel on somebody else trying to come up for Worthy, and they didn't want to get jumped, so they decided to move up just to make sure they could get their guy. So maybe that's it. Either way, it's going to be scary watching Patrick Mahomes with another deep threat like this. And it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to make for good football. Pick is in for Dallas. So this is good news. I'm going to say Jackson Powers Johnson is my pick. It wouldn't shock me if this was a corner. I just don't think it's likely. This could be Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton and Tyler Smith. You got the all-Tyler left side of the offensive line. Maybe that's what it is. But maybe Dallas wants Tyler Smith at tackle. Maybe Dallas is going to take a guard later. I don't know. Or maybe they just take Jackson Powers Johnson now. Not mad at the pick. Trade down helps. All right. So I'm guessing it's probably not JPJ. I'm gonna say Tyler Guyton. The all Tyler left side of the offensive line. Tyler Smith at left guard, Tyler Guyton at left tackle. That's where my head's at. Could this be Edgerrin Cooper? Could this be Edgerrin Cooper? This could be Edgerrin Cooper. I wouldn't put it past Dallas to take Edgerrin Cooper in the first round, especially with a trade down. All right, Rodgers coming out to make the pick. What the fuck? Did it just skip? It just skipped the Cowboys pick for me. It just completely skipped them. The Ravens pick is in. It just completely skipped the Cowboys pick. Okay, you can go ahead and type it in chat. It just completely skipped over it. I guess the stream caught up. It was Guyton? Okay. Yep, the all Tyler offensive line. I fuck with it. So who's Baltimore taking now that Guyton's gone? Yep. Baltimore. This could be a corner. This could be Nate Wiggins. This could be Cooper DeJean. This could be, especially, obviously they know how to use versatile DBs. Kyle Hamilton had an all-pro season last year. They probably have some ideas of how. Granted, I mean, they lost like all of their defensive coaching staff, so who knows? But organizationally, at least philosophically, they like versatile DBs. So we'll see, but this could be Cooper DeJean. This could be Nate Wiggins. This could be Kool-Aid. This could be, if they want to reach on a tackle, this could be Kingsley Suamataia. This could be Patrick Paul. This could be Patrick Paul said that we should expect to hear his name called at the end of the first round. So maybe it's Patrick Paul. Who knows? A lot of tackles going round one. A ton of tackles today. I think that makes it 8 after Tyler Guyton was drafted. I think it's 8 tackles. Baltimore could make it 9 right here if they really wanted to get nuts with it. This could be Patrick Paul. This could be Kingsley Suamataia. It's entirely up to them. But regardless of who goes in these next 3 picks, there's going to be a ton of talent early day 2, and you're excited if you're Carolina. You're excited if... Bowie, why are you on the nightstand, baby? Okay. A lot of teams should be excited. Washington should be excited. There's still some good interior offensive linemen to be available on day 2 for them. It's going to be good tackles still as well. Excuse me. Hey, Bowie. I love you, mister. Mr. Bowie. A little surprised. Okay. What would be surprising for Baltimore at this point? There's very little that would surprise me about Baltimore. I could even see them taking a safety here, because Marcus Williams is on the last year of his contract and they lost Geno Stone. Like, it'd be a reach. There's not like there's any safety worth taking in the first round, but it's the back of the first round. And if you really like a guy, I can live with it. If it's your guy, go ahead. Go ahead, call your shot. Okay. Nate Wiggins? Okay, I mentioned that earlier. That makes sense to me. Yeah. No, I did mention Nate Wiggins as one of the guys I was thinking. I thought it would be a corner. Nate Wiggins makes a lot of sense. Nate Wiggins, you're mostly concerned about the health, the size a little bit, and then, there were effort. I don't want to say effort necessarily, but to some degree you could say that. San Francisco's an interesting team because maybe they wanted Nate Wiggins and now he's off the board. Do you take Cooper DeJean? Do you take Kool-Aid McKinstry? Do you reach on a tackle here? Do you take Johnny Newton to try to replace Eric Armstead? You get another interior presence there. This could be an edge rusher. This could be Marshawn Nealand. This could be another fringe first-round edge that people like. Oh, Darius Robinson's already gone, but this could be... I'll be Adisa Isaac if you want to get a little nuts with it. Wouldn't shock me. Yeah, Newton would make a lot of sense, honestly. They had to cut ties with Eric Armstead. They need a little bit more interior help now. I think Johnny Newton would be a great pick. I could see them trading back if they really wanted to. My stream was lagging a little bit. I'll refresh. Are people really watching playoff basketball with the NFL draft on right now? Insane to me personally, but what do I know? There's no series being decided tonight either. It's not like you're not going to see him play again. You're not going to see the draft again for another year. So you may as well watch it. I don't know. Don't make no sense to me, but what do I know? Right, Bubby? He responded. I don't know if the mic caught that at all, but he did me out back. San Francisco's pick is in. I don't really know who this is going to be. You itchy? Yeah? Meow. Meow. Big yawn. Big yawn. I love you, buddy. A Bud Light commercial. I love you. You come here? I don't think so. I don't think he will. He's very talkative, been very vocal today. He's having a good night, I think. He's my little football buddy. You watching the draft with me, Bowie? You having a good time? Yes, no? Hi? Now he's not talking. I'm quiet now. It's cool, though. He's very excited. He's having a great time. having a great night. Let's go Caitlin Clark commercial. And the the infamous words of Antonio Brown, where he said, Caitlin Clark looks like she keeps it hairy. And then he got blocked, and rightfully so. That was a ridiculous thing to say about somebody. I think he does want to be in your pocket. I think you should put him in your pocket. Only 2 picks left tonight, and I have a feeling. I think I know Buffalo's pick. I do think it's A.D. Mitchell. If not, it's Ladd McConkey. If it's not either of those, it's Troy Franklin. I don't think it's going to be Xavier Legette. I don't think he's really their flavor. Plus, they already have Khalil Shakir. But gotta wonder here. San Francisco, there's a lot of directions they could go. I think a lot of the players they maybe would have wanted are already gone. If you're looking at best player available, it is Johnny Newton at this point. Oh, they're saying what? Ricky Pearsall? Yo, what the fuck? Ricky Pearsall in the first round? What are you giving the thumbs down for? Fuck that fan giving the thumbs down. This is a fantastic pick. Fuck it. Ricky Pearsall in the first round. Who gives a fuck? Ricky motherfucking Pearsall in the first round. I love Ricky Pearsall. This is fantastic. This is great. This is great. That fan can eat a dick. I mean, yes, there are certainly a couple of receivers I would have taken over him still at this point, but Panthers on the clock. Are they trading up with Buffalo? Buffalo getting more and more capital. Panthers probably coming up for Xavier Legette, maybe? I don't know why, though, because if Buffalo didn't want Xavier Legette, what are they coming up for? Maybe the Panthers want A.D. Mitchell. I don't. Either way, Ricky motherfucking Pearsall in the first round, I'll take it. I will take it. That's a lot of fun. Another trade, yeah. Buffalo trade pick to Carolina. Probably a pick swap involved in there somewhere, but Buffalo getting more capital, and more than likely Carolina's not taking their guy anyway, so I get it. Plus, Carolina's paying for the 5th-year option. The 49ers fan that was given the thumbs down when they took Ricky Pearsall needs to be shot. That's a good pick. It's not a great pick, but it's a good pick. And if you like your guy, go ahead. That's the first big surprise I think of the first round. But even then, Ricky Pearsall is good enough to where you're not complaining about him being taken 31st. He's a separator. He's a very complete player overall. Honestly, I think he could stick outside if he wanted to. He's catches the ball well through contact, catches everything too. Has some of the best hands in the class. Has a nice catch radius as well. Good enough size. There's not a whole lot to complain about with Pearsall. He's an above average athlete too. He's just a very complete guy. You don't hate that at all. There's a lot that Kyle Shanahan can do with a guy as talented as Ricky Pearsall. We're probably going to see 7 wide receivers, which I think is the record. Because we're going to see Carolina take one here. I think we're going to set a new record for wide receivers taken. I think this either ties it or this breaks the record. All right. Panthers War Room is celebrating. As I would hope you do if you're trading up. But so the Panthers will have a first round pick this year. Okay, I mean Bills moved up again, and I guess they don't care about the 5th-year option that much. That's moving up 59 spots in the draft is pretty huge, even if it's on day 3. Like that makes a big difference because this is a pretty weak draft class in terms of depth, and I think you're gonna get a much better player at 141 than you will at 200 because this class does die out after about the top 120, 125 players or so, and a couple of those guys are still going to be left at 141, but you're not going to see those guys left there at 200. So, I think a good day for Buffalo because they probably want A.D. Mitchell. They've now moved back twice, and they can still get him, assuming Carolina didn't take him here. That makes a lot of sense, honestly. If all your top guys are gone, the board didn't fall the way you wanted it to, just keep moving back. That's fine with me. I'm gonna guess Xavier Legette for Carolina. He's a hometown guy. Um, you know, um, gives them another weapon, which is what they need. This could be Ladd McConkey as well. I'm just gonna guess Xavier Legette. Good night, Braden. Thank you for hanging around as long as you did, man. I love you. Good sleep, man. Final pick of the draft. What we got here? It is Xavier Legette. Okay, that's what's. Yeah, I figured that was the case. They were gonna take him at 33. They moved up. They took him at 32. It was funny. I saw today there was this video. Xavier Legette. He was like, "Yeah, the Panthers told me they were gonna take me at 33 if I was still available." And then they asked, "Why am I blanking on his name right now?" Head coach. He was the coordinator for Dave Canales. There we go. Dave Canales. Like the reporters asked him about the video, and he was like, "Yeah, I said that to him and about 50 other guys." And then they still ended up taking Xavier Legette. And not only that, they traded up for him because they really wanted him. So, thank you, darling. Yeah, this is good. I love Xavier Legette. He's got a great story. I'm rooting for him. And I mean, that's it. That's the first round's over. So it's been that was fun. Only a couple of like crazy surprises, and that was Michael Penix at 8, and then Ricky Pearsall at 31. But even then, I like both of those picks. There's no pick in this that I hate, which I can't remember the last time we went an entire first round without there being like an obviously like just bad pick. So good for the NFL, I guess. Good job, guys. And I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you for watching.